really hope this is what I think it is. Yes.
So today we're going to be reviewing Sterling Pacific's 35-liter aluminum carry-on luggage, which they were nice enough to send over to the channel for review. So thank you, Sterling Pacific. However, that's not going to affect my review and my opinion of their product. So we'll just get into it. And this is my 100% honest opinion of Sterling's product. Before we get into the review for today, if you're new to the channel, my name is Colin. I'm a travel blogger and I also review travel products, hopefully helping people to find the best products for their travel. And maybe some of these I will start incorporating while I travel as well. So first impressions of this bag. This is probably one of the most beautiful aluminum cases that I've seen ever. It really has an old school aviation style to it, which is incredibly beautiful in person. I do know that they made the case itself out of a 50-52 aluminum, and then these like reinforced corners here is made out of like an A380 aluminum. They barely use any plastic when making this bag. The only plastic that I've been able to find thus far is the feet here. So when you put it on its side, it has little feet down here to where you won't scrape up the bottom of the bag on the ground. Those are made of plastic. And then the feet right here at the bottom are also made of plastic. Even parts that are normally plastic on other aluminum cases, like this whole part down here, is typically plastic on a lot of other, even high quality brand name aluminum cases. They chose to go full aluminum on that. These handles, for one, are incredibly comfortable to hold and to maneuver around, but also they're made out of a full grain Italian leather, which is an extremely nice quality of leather. They not only covered both handles with leather, but also this extendable trolley arm, which is completely aluminum and very sturdy. So you also notice that this bag does have 2 TSA approved combination locks that have a really nice sound when opening. And when you open it, you'll also notice a nice touch. They included a rubber gasket that goes around the entire perimeter of the opening of the case. That will help keep moisture and rain and stuff like that out of your bag and keep your clothes nice and dry. This case also has these hinges that keep the door open. It keeps it from falling backwards, but it also keeps it from falling forwards and smashing your fingers or something like that. So it's nice of them as well to include this little kit. And inside, there's a few different things. There is like a lens cleaning cloth type of thing, I'm sure, to polish the outside of the case. They also include, this is my favorite thing that they included. They include a little all aluminum pen leather care wax. So the leather care is going to be really nice for keeping these handles nice and conditioned. This will help it age way better and keep it nice and supple and healthy. And then the last 2 things are just the manual, and then this is Sterling Pacific's. There's a little QR code on the back for their lifetime warranty and service promise. Their customer service is really, really good. So I don't see anyone having problems with reaching out to their customer service and getting anything fixed or taken care of. It comes with these 2 straps right here, along with these really, really nice latches. They're completely metal. And then you just have 1 mesh pocket back here. So nothing too fancy, but it does do the job. And I honestly kind of like it because it's not overly complicated. You just need to kind of put your clothes in there, and that could be for whatever else. So I like its simplicity, actually. So this is just one thing I noticed. When it is sitting on its back, when you're gonna pack it, it's not completely flat. It doesn't lay flat, it kind of lays at an angle. It's kind of a finicky thing. I don't think a lot of people will really care. I don't really care, but I just thought I'd mention it.
This case only has 2 wheels, as opposed to the 4 spinner wheels commonly found on Luggage today. I could see why that could possibly be less convenient. However, I'll just have to travel with the case to find out. I can take a guess, though, as to why Sterling Pacific went this route as opposed to the spinner wheels. The wheels are usually the first thing to break on rolling luggage, and I'm guessing they're just looking to reduce possible failure points. So instead of the spinners, they opted to go for incredibly strong through axle oversized wheels. They're still incredibly smooth when rolling around, but they can handle way more weight and will stand up to rough handling such as rolling down cobblestone streets or going down steps.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and pack up this Sterling Pacific suitcase. I'll show you a little montage video of me packing it and see what all can fit inside of it. And then we're gonna head to the airport and head out. All right, so we finally made it here. We're in Costa Rica, actually staying in this super cool like geodesic dome. And anyway, I traveled here with this suitcase, and I wanted to kind of finish up this portion of the review and just tell you some of my thoughts from traveling with the bag a bit. So for the cons, one thing I did notice was when this was getting pushed into a carry-on luggage compartment, the overhead bins. So I just put it in there lengthwise or depthwise. When the flight attendant came by to close the door, they did have a little bit of trouble closing the door. I think because of this handle right here. So they kind of had to like smash it shut, which I was worried about because I thought maybe they'd be smashing my handle up. But after looking at it later, there's no damage at all to the handle, but I just thought I'd mention that just in case. But it does fit in overhead bins. I would, if there's room, just put it in sideways, if at all possible, instead of lengthwise to avoid that problem. But there was no damage to the handle, so I'm glad about that.
So just to add on to that last point, I'm editing the video now and realized that I forgot to actually film this part, so I'm sorry. But on my way back from Costa Rica, I tested it myself in the overhead bin and put the suitcase in there and then actually closed the door just to make sure that the overhead bins fit with this suitcase. And I didn't have any problems closing that door. So I don't know what was the issue on the way down there, why the flight attendant was having so many problems, but I just wanted to let people know that I didn't have any problems actually fitting this into the overhead bin on the way back.
All right, and for the pros of this bag, I did notice a lot of pros when traveling with it. For one, just the build quality is super, super good. So I had no problems thinking that anything was gonna fail on me or anything like that. Obviously it is its first trip, its first international big trip. So there shouldn't be any problems with really any suitcase, but this thing just feels incredibly, incredibly well built. Another pro that I noticed was that these leather handles, both on the side and on the top, are super comfortable to carry. So another pro, this is an extremely beautiful, well-built, well-designed bag. So it does attract attention in the airports. People really, really like the aesthetics of it, and they can definitely notice just it's a gorgeous bag. So I am gonna travel back to the United States, and I will wrap up the review there and give you my final thoughts on this bag.
So I just got back from Costa Rica, traveling with this bag for about a week or so, and I'm just gonna wrap up the review here and give you my final thoughts on the bag. So, traveling with this bag, the things I noticed the most that I really liked was the aesthetics are amazing. This is the best looking suitcase, aluminum suitcase, or really any suitcase that I've used ever. And I really like how it looks. And a lot of other people do too. I got a lot of compliments throughout the airports on my travel. And yeah, I really appreciate that. The second thing is the build quality of this bag is just amazing. So this is an incredibly well-built aluminum suitcase. I mean, you are going to get scratches and dents and dings and stuff like that, but that is just how aluminum suitcases work. Like, don't get an aluminum suitcase if you don't want to get any scratches ever, or any dents or anything like that. That you're just gonna get them on an aluminum suitcase. But so that's not what I'm talking about when I say build quality, but the build quality is top notch on this bag, and you can definitely tell it is an expensive, high quality product. And the third main thing that I noticed about this bag that I really appreciated was just these handles. These handles are so comfortable to carry, and the trolley handle goes up super smoothly. So it's really nice to roll around and just maneuver around the airports. So those are the three things I really appreciated about this bag while traveling around. Yeah, so my final thoughts are, I think this bag is gonna be perfect for people who just want the best quality product regardless of the price. This is an expensive bag. It comes in at $14.95. So for most people, I think the price is going to be the determining factor on if they get this bag or not. But if you have the budget for this bag, I think you're gonna be really happy with it. It's amazingly well built, and it's just comfortable, and it's super aesthetically pleasing as well. It's just a beautiful bag. So I think you'll be super happy with it, and I'm gonna give it a recommendation for those people who can afford it. And that kind of wraps up my review.